Welcome one, welcome all. We are getting close to the University of Chicago Maroons game as they take on the Knights out of Norbert College. Again, that is St. Norbert College. The Green Knights coming in at 1-1 overall, taking on your number 9 ranked overall Maroons out of University of Chicago 2-0 here at the corner of 55th and Cottage Grove at Stagg Field. We're excited to bring you a lot of action against number 9 ranked University of Chicago hosting St. Norbert. 2-game win streak to start their season and a 4-0 win over Whitworth University and Knox College respectively this past week. More of that coming up shortly right here on the Maroon Broadcast Network and Facebook Live. And welcome one, welcome all. Maroon soccer action underway here at Stagg Field at the University of Chicago at the corner of 55th and Cottage Grove. This is yours truly, the Dr. Pete Ferrari, joining you for another exciting Friday night action of NCAA soccer as the Green Knights of St. Norbert come into town to take on your number 9 overall ranked University of Chicago Maroons. Going right to left are going to be your home Maroons, wearing the all-white jerseys with the maroon numbers and letters and black trim around that, the white socks and shoes. As for the visiting Green Knights of St. Norbert, they're going to be wearing the green kits with yellow numbers and letters and white trim around that. Goal keep for your Maroons, Hill Bonin is going to be wearing the neon yellow kit for today with the neon green gloves, and the visiting goal keep is going to be wearing, that being John Kolsky, he's going to be wearing the all-red kit with, it looks like, not white knee pads, but the trend being the white Under Armour-style pants. Excited for tonight's matchup, the 2-0 Maroons taking on the Green Knights 1-1 overall. Lot of scoring in Monday's tilt as the Maroons put up 4 as they blanked their opponent. Lopez getting the first and second goal in that game. Drablos getting one, and then near the end, one of the other Maroons chipping in. 1-0 at the end of one, and then 3 unanswered goals in the second half to make it 4-0. Again, a 2-1 win over Whitworth, and that 4-0 win over Knox to bring your Maroons to 4-0. And we are underway here. Header by the Maroons. Excited to be here on the Maroon Broadcast Network and Facebook Live, powered by the Illinois Media School and the BeOnAir.com network for all of your home games this season. Passing up far side, looking in the middle, nothing there. That's going to roll to the goal, keep Kolsky. Kolsky, the 6'1 sophomore out of Appleton North High School, Appleton, Wisconsin. Good height at a lot of the positions for St. Norbert. Again, they come in 1-0, 0-0 in the conference. Maroons trying to take control, looking far sideline. Quick pass ahead back to the midfield. We are playing at Stagg Field on the football field today. As you notice, the line markers, we will be following the yellows, and the goals are underneath the goal posts for your football Maroon team. For those of you watching with us online, if you ever get a moment, take an image of what you're seeing now on your feed and go to Google and search Stagg Field for University of Chicago. There are some outstanding retro pictures of what this facility used to look like with thousands and thousands of stands. It's now a sports complex with soccer field, football field, and you see in the distance the Rattler Athletic Center. That goes out of bounds to the near side. Bolt with the last touch. Throw in Vulgaris. Taps away to Adeason. Adeason did get a yellow in the opening match of the 2017 campaign. Seemed to control matters in the second. Let's see how this third match goes. Quick left ahead by Lopez. Adeason not able to control. Challenge picked away by Ruan, the 6'2 senior out of Lamont High School in Lamont, Illinois. As we stated, a lot of height here for the visiting Green Knights. Pushing ahead near the far sideline, taken away clean by the Maroons. Passing up middle on the run, taken away, still possessed. Lopez, near side, left foot up and hits off the goal post. Good pass and shot attempt by Corgi. Few minutes into this opening action here on the Maroon Broadcast Network. That was Romero, my apologies. Taking control, Green Knights, far sideline. Thanks to our camera operator today, Blake Tyson. Pass ahead, header. Looks like running it down in control all the way back to the goal keep Kolsky. Kolsky, high chip ahead. Looks like it went out the outside of the foot. Maroons looking for possession. Going back to midfield. Ref says clean. Header, far side. Pass ahead. Looking to turn around. Lopez saved by Kolsky. Oh, that was a quick control and turn around the right leg. Right along the middle by Lopez. And we're going to have our first corner kick of the match. Just about 4 minutes into the game. All players but the goalkeeper past midfield. It looks like they're taking a separate post march, looking for the header, chipped away. One more time, down, rolls, goal! University of Chicago Maroons, light them up! At the 40-55 mark, not even 5 full minutes into the tilt, Zhao with your goal at the 4-minute mark, and your Maroons take the early lead. We said on the corner that they were taking a different approach than they did in the last 2 matches, not marking the front and back post as much. They decided to play roughly about 7 yards out. Once the corner came in, they all attacked, bounced to the ground, right to the right foot of the attacking Zhao, and goal. Again, here live on the Maroon Broadcast Network, on the University of Chicago website and Facebook Live. Pete Ferrer on the call, and an early 1-0 lead for your Maroons. The Green Knights have control. Smooth pass ahead by Watska. Watska looks for the left, challenge, high, chip over. So Watska went back to the midfield, back center field. And his teammate, by that mark, was Pranji, not able to hold on to control, went high over the crossbar. As we continue along, 1-0 your score. Maroons 1, Green Knights 0. Maroons looking to add on. Goal in the 4th minute by Zhao off the corner. Misplayed by the Green Knights. Johnson playing strong on the defensive end in the onset of this season. Controls all the way back to the center back. Baravic in the game at that position today. Zhao holds on to possession. Near sideline. Looking left, going back right is Vulgaris. Back to Zhao. Far sideline push, that rolls out of bounds, and that's going to go to the way of the Green Knights. St. Norbert entered tonight's contest. It recorded its first win of the year in a 1-0 decision at McAllister College just a few days ago on the 3rd of September. As Pineda recorded the game winner on the 83rd minute via an assist from Watska. And that one's going to go out of bounds. Throw-in's going to be for your home Maroons. Thrown by Vulgaris. Baravic, back to Baravic. After the pass from Capitasto. Far sideline pass, still at midfield. Maroons looking for something ahead. They're onside. Nearing the attacking zone. Lopez. And that one's just going to go out of bounds, but it was deflected by a Green Knight defender. We're going to have another corner kick. Looking to do the corner kick. This is going to be Coe. Coe very aggressive in the opening contest a week ago. He will have the corner. The Maroons taking the separation as they did in the first corner, which led to the first goal. That one goes in. Header missed. And that's going to matriculate away. Maroons maintain. Left foot all the way. Goal keep. No interference called, and we will have a whistle. So goalkeeper Kolsky tried to punch away, ran into a Maroon attacker. Whistle called. 1-0, still your score. In the 8th minute of action on the Maroon Broadcast Network, powered by the only media school in the Ban Air Network. We are going to have a free kick. And with the yard markers, you can see a bit of a distance away from the goal. Not sure if he's going to go straight attacker or look near side. He is going to go for the attack. Oh, and it bounces around and is a goal, or is it not? It is going to be a corner. Oh, that was such a ricochet from our angle. Bounced off goalkeeper Bonin's hands, hit the bottom of the football goal post, the American football goal post, to the top of the soccer post and the crossbar, back and forth, and it rolled across the netting. I thought that was in. My apologies. But we digress. 1-0. A close call for the visiting Green Knights out of St. Norbert. Corner ahead. Taking the corner, Panetta. Keeps it low. Maroons able to clear away. That was something we saw in the opening contest, as the Maroons keeping theirs low. Coe, near sideline. Battling back and forth, he goes with Watska. And it looks like we're going to have a Maroon throw-in. A lot of whistles right now, and there we go. So it's going to be from a more forward position. For the pass, does he go back? He does not. Going near sideline is going to be Romero. That goes out of bounds. We're going to have a corner, and we do not. It's going to be a goal kick. So good challenge by the Green Knights. So far, 2 corners for the Maroons. The first one leading to their opening goal in the 4th minute. Not the way you want to start if you're the Green Knights. The exact way you want to start if you're the Maroons. Having that early lead. Something you can add on to. We saw a 1-0 lead going into halftime of Monday's tilt. St. Norbert. Back to the defense. The center back as the captain of the squad, or one of the captains. Left foot is Pranji. Maroons have possession. They're going to hold on to it or try to move ahead. There is going to be a whistle. Smart play, though, Green Knights. Didn't want to have any chances, so might as well be able to set up your defense. Zhao ahead to Lopez. Back to Zhao. Zhao looks ahead. Misplay by the Green Knights to their favor. Panetta with the handles. Taken away by a Maroon. Coe. Far side. Centering, ricochets, and we're going to have our 3rd corner. So within the first 12 minutes of this contest, your home Maroons are going to have their 3rd corner. Again, number 9 ranked Maroons in the NCAA Division III United Soccer Coaches preseason poll after finishing 2016 with that 17-1-2 overall record, starting 2-0 here in the 2017 season. Corners away, high, far post, looking for the header, misplayed. That's going to roll out of bounds, and that is going to be a throw-in for the Green Knights. Good attempt looking far post, but it was a bit too high for the University of Chicago. Another throw-in for the Green Knights. Throw-in Watska. Strong throw-in. Positioning was there for the Green Knights. Looking forward to Zhao. Pass ahead. They have a one-time. Goes far side. Nobody there. Running it down. Players on each side. No whistle. High off the return. Far sideline, Ko. Ko pushing up. And there's going to be a whistle. Looks like one of the players on the bench for the Green Knights even threw up the Dikembe Mutombo no finger. They are not calling a card on Bolt. Right now, a chance to double up and go 2-0 is the opportunity for the Maroons. They're setting up mostly near post. Chip, mid, cleared away. Johnson trying to control it. Still around. Lopez down. Save by Kolsky. So they went with the soft approach instead of going hard or trying to bend to the far corner. Very strong win if you're watching with us at home on the Maroon Broadcast Network or on Facebook Live. A very strong westerly wind, as you can see, with the near sideline marker or Old Glory off into the distance above the University of Chicago moniker. Pass back to the middle back. Johnson. Back to Zhao. Zhao with the goal in the 4. Matches his number on the very stout white kits. 15 minutes in. One 0 still your score. Maroons trying to get their players in the attack zone. Tap away. Green Knights able to control. Running up is Romero. Back to the defense. Mid now has it is Zhao. Zhao looks ahead. That was going to be offside, and they do call it that. Clock continues to run against Zhao with the goal in the 4th minute. Some outstanding saves by Kolsky, preventing the lead from going for University of Chicago. Bonin with a very tricky save that bounced between the crossbar and the bottom of the goalpost. Along your right side, corner resulted in no action. Romero passes up. They're saying onsides. Adeosun controls. Goes base. Heads over. And goal! What a beautiful goal! University of Chicago. Light them up, Maroons. 2-0. In the 17th minute. Lopez in the 17th. He had the first 2 goals of the last contest on Monday, less than 5 days away. Add another one up. 2-0, Maroons take the lead. A beautiful cross pass by Adeosun. Lopez, a firm horse stance, squared away, center of the skull, right to the ball. Goal keep Kolsky, nothing you can do. That's going to matriculate out. Green Knights have a throw-in, find themselves down 2-0. Not even 17 minutes into the contest. Pass, far side. Green Knights Taken away by the Maroons. Adeason. Does he go near side for Romero? He does not. Romero, excuse me. Taken away by St. Norbert. Ahead for Sullivan. Sullivan's been challenged strongly today by the Maroon defense. Maroons fall down. Adeason. Not a lot of strong tackles thus far in this contest. A 2-on-1 defense for all Green Knights when they reach the 30-yard marker. They're trying to go behind. They're trying to find any outlet they can. Swarming defense by the Maroons, not allowing anything to happen all the way back to the middle back and now near side. Pass ahead, looking for the heel pass. Nothing there. Capitosto. Far ahead by Zhao. Looking for the controls, Romero. Near side. Adeason. Controls with the right. When does he cross in? Decides to pass. Chip up, offside. Good thing Romero is okay. That was an awkward fall. Good idea by the attack to chip it over the defenders. In between where Kolsky was, no dice. 2-0 Steer score here on the Maroon Broadcast Network. Clock continues to run here in the opening half of action. Your 2-0 and number 9 ranked overall Maroons already up 2-0 in this match. And it's not even as if they've been overly aggressive. They've just had beautiful placement on their passes, been ready for the attack when they want to. Very similar to their second goal in last Friday's match, where they won with mere minutes left in the game. Approaching the 20th minute, Maroons, strong challenge, and they're going to put the way of St. Norbert. Adeason just kind of got in the way. Wasn't aggressive, but didn't allow for a clear path for St. Norbert. Chicago regains control. Looking ahead. Green Knights looking far. Decide to play short. Schumacher with the control. Have not said his name much today. Getting lost in the sea of white thus far. The Maroons take over possession. They have a near and far side attacker. And Kolsky, lucky, right at the line, able to maintain control. He looks for the drop. Strong right leg by the slender goal. Chasing it down is going to be Coe. He decides to play the angle instead of the attack. St. Norbert has gone deep into the Maroon zone, but once today, it taken right away. Footwork not there. Not sure how much the wind or temperature is playing into that right now. Nonetheless, it's been all Maroon minus the tricky attempt at a goal that the Green Knights had. Another drop kick by Kolsky. Strong leg, able to get that far into the Maroon zone, but again, the Maroons not able to do much with it. Trying to control with the left hip, able to do so. Adeason now has possession. He's challenged by two Green Knight defenders. Back to Watska. Schumacher far side, or looking far side, decides to play along the mid. Coming up strong. A good chip. Is that going to go far enough? And it is. No Green Knight. Decide to approach. Again, we're following the yellow lines here of this contest, white lines for the Maroon football squad. 2-0, still your score. Zhao in the 4th. Lopez in the 17th. Eight goals in 3 contests so far for your home Maroons. Some outstanding numbers. Near side, Romero. Passes up. Vulgaris. Back to Romero. I believe that's a throw for St. Norbert, and it is. Substitution, as we have, I believe, 4 subs coming into the game for St. Norbert. 12, 16, 19, and 2. Di Maria, one of the 4 that checks in. We'll get the rest of their names as the match continues. Long thrown by St. Norbert. We have a whistle, I believe. Not quite sure what the whistle was. We continue along. That one's going to go the way of your Maroons. Barovic to Johnson. Cleared away. Big backspin. Zhao, very astute in this game so far. A lot of takeaways. Not allowing your Green Knights, your visiting Green Knights, to make much of an attack. Johnson goes far side. That seems to be the routine between Barovic to Johnson, back to Barovic. Barovic looking for an outlet, and that's just going to roll near. I think he wanted Deason to make a run at that. Miscommunication. In the 26th minute of your opening half. Pete Ferreri here on the call. Blake Tyson on camera. On the Maroon Network, good save, Bonin. Wasn't caught napping, although he has not had a lot of action in this game thus far. Now the temperature has changed, but a week ago, beautiful sun coming off the west. T-shirt weather dropped to clear 20 degrees within a week. Fans in the crowd wearing their jackets, sweaters, scarves, and more. Strong wind, as you could see, as mentioned before. All flags with a strong gust. Capitosto. Barovic. Free ball between a few players of both squads. Just trying to clear away. Bounces mid. Half-header attempt by Masello. Wasn't sure if he wanted to go with a knee or control or head, and either way, Maroons have possession, and now they don't. Push from behind by Deason. Again, one of the aggressors. Yellow card in the first contest, and 2 warnings, if I remember correctly. Green Knights. A lot of players about 40 yards deep. That's going to be onsides. That one's going right back into the goal box. And that's going to matriculate away, and we're going to have a goal kick. So not an well-advised clearing pass as that went in the wrong direction. Substitution, Schumacher coming out of the game. The 5th substitution to our count by the visiting Green Knights. Berevic passing things around. Green Knights challenged strongly by 3 Maroons. Pushing far. Abedian. Again, an early 2-0 lead for your Chicago Maroons. And that is going to be possession Maroons. Will they chip or will they go short? They go short. There's the long pass near side. Trying to chase it down as Romero lost view sight of it. Either way, it's going to be throwing for Maroons. All players but the goalkeeper pass midfield. Zhao has it taken away by Panetta. Ricochets around one of the Green Knights. The aforementioned Panetta, he is down. That comes back near him, and we have a whistle. Clock stoppage, 15:38 on the clock at home. In the 29th minute, as the 5'6" sophomore out of St. Viator in Mount Prospect, Illinois, slow to get up. And with the clear drop, Green Knights cleared away. Some players looking to check in for the Maroons. Tenuta looking to come back into the game, also looking to come in is going to be Brandt. Alongside Brandt is Millington. "30 minutes of action, 2 goals in the 4th and 17th minute. Have your Maroons leading the visiting Green Knights. Back to retrieve Kolsky. And we do have a whistle. Very aggressive play. So just some whistles called, no card. Will we have the substitutions? Also looking to check in for St. Norbert, Andy Frank from Memorial High School in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. The 5'8" middle junior. Far sideline. Headed ahead by the Maroons. Coe looks, actually takes a long shot, picked up by the goalkeeper for the Green Knights. That one's going to march out of bounds, and here comes that substitution. Tenuta looked quite frigid while standing on the near sideline. Wind not slowing down, a relentless wind today. Bouncing around, where it'll stop, nobody knows. St. Norbert goes all the way back to goal. Again, strong right leg by the goalkeeper. We've seen it on multiple fronts. Header back to mid. Do have a whistle as a day is son. Again, plays very aggressive on multiple front, or excuse me. That was Millington that checked into the game. My apologies. A whistle there as Baravic had his left leg hit pretty hard while trying to pass ahead. Some confusion, it seems, as Bonin kicked away one ball to get another. But either way, neither are going to be used. Clock is stopped. As we now approach the 38th minute of play in this opening half. Misplay with the right, actually retrieved with the left was Brandt as he hits the turf. The soccer field has real grass. This is field turf on the football side of things, so plays differently, of course, than the pitch about 50 yards toward the top of your screen. And that's going to go all the way out. Good job by the Maroons letting that trickle away and have Bonin set up the attack. Do the Maroons have a third goal in them in this first half, or are they content to go into halftime up 2-0? Low kick caught in the wind. Romero tries to push for it. Nothing there. Millington now making a run. Got to be safe if you're the defense of St. Norbert is, or as the Maroons know how to take advantage quickly of said situations. Push away by the Green Knights. No whistle. Running ahead. Looking for an outlet. Taken away by the Maroons yet again. Are they going to make it a throw-in? Is there going to be a corner? And we are going to have a throw. So smart play. I believe Johnson knocked that out of bounds just to the left of your vantage point. Long throw. Let's see what the Green Knight has in him. He's saying go back. Drags the foot cleanly. Let's see if Bonin can get to it, and he does. Basket catch as we're under 10 minutes remaining in the opening half. Not able to get to it cleanly is going to be Zhao, who had the goal in the 4th minute. Ball falls right in between two Maroon defenders into the way of Strube. Oh, quick pass off. Trying to make a attempt. Nothing there. Still being chipped away. Rolls back into play. A lot of Maroons in the middle. Tipping around. Green Knights still being tackled. A Green Knight hits the ground, that being Dixon. Green Knight still in possession. Pass back. Pineda headed away by Romero. All the way back to midfield. So good job by the University of Chicago of not letting anything get near the goal keep. High header, Romero. Controls, puts it ahead with a swift kick. Near side again, Pineda. Right foot to left foot. Ball has seen the air more than the ground in the past 60 seconds. Pass away, ill-guided. And we're going to have a thrown for the Maroons. What a long sequence as we have less than 7.5 remaining in the opening half. Looking left foot, chipped away by the Maroons. Pass up, Zhao one more time. They're seeing if it goes all the way back. They do pass back to goal. Millington, as he's done more than once, did put a little bit of pressure on the goalkeep. Under 7 remaining in the opening half. Mid. Still bouncing around Bedian. One-on-one against Di Maria. And at 6:30, it'll be a throw-in for the Maroons. So strong attempt on both players. Just hips Di Maria at the last. Throw-in, Chicago. St. Norbert gets possession off the throw-in immediately. They've been playing much more aggressively in the final 11 to 12 minutes. High, free ball, headed. Maintain Maroons, smart play. Long attempt, bounces, Bonin, and that's going to be a goal. St. Norbert with the goal. Just under the 6-minute mark, and they are 1 goal away from the equalizer. St. Norbert Prangy with the goal. With just under 6 remaining. In the 38th minute. St. Norbert took a long shot that was in that no man's land. Bonin didn't know whether to drop to knees and receive it at the chest or stay high. Stayed high last second, ricocheted off the shin pad, right back to the outstretched foot of Prangy, and goal, St. Norbert. So just as you thought the Maroons had total control, and we're going to go into half 2-0, the Green Knights with a strong approach in the final 10 minutes of this contest. It takes them but 5, and they find their first goal of the eve. That goes out of bounds. We're going to have a throw in for Norbert. Still in the air. We're going to have a whistle. That's going to weigh St. Norbert, the way of the Maroons, as Di Maria called with the whistle. In the 45th minute, in the 40th minute, Strong ahead with the left. That's going to curl. Still in the air. Heading it back in. 4 players around each other. They're saying clean. Millington. Near side. Ruan. And that's going to be a corner. So just the way the first half started, with a strong corner that led to a goal by Zhao in the 4th minute. Now, with less than 4 remaining in the opening half, there will have another corner. Got to hand it to St. Norbert, staying within their guys to be able to get that first goal without the game getting too far away from them. Right in the middle, that's going to be pushed away. Bouncing around. Near side, Norbert's going to control. Going back mid. Strong pass ahead. Onside. Still onside. And that's going to be hit away. Good play on the defensive end by Scotty Lick. Lick, a strong candidate in the first match. Overall, doing a great job there to cause a corner for the visiting Knights. Under 3 remaining. 2-1 your score on the Maroon Broadcast Network and Facebook Live. University of Chicago marking that front goal post very strongly. Bounces away. It's going to be a throw-in. Throw-in's going to be by Sladkey. Sladkey had a strong throw-in. Wind's going at his face this time, though. Does he decide to play short? He doesn't. He goes toward the goal. Chipped away. Still alive. Right foot. Bonin drops it, but able to cradle on the ground. Oh, that could have been disastrous a second time. Bonin misplayed one earlier in the match, or earlier in the first half, that ricocheted, as we had mentioned, between the crossbar and the bottom of the goalpost. That thought it could have been a goal. It was not. Their actual first goal was a misplay that ricocheted off a shin pad. That one, almost same disastrous moment, but not. So glad he was able to maintain that control. As we have less than 90 seconds in the opening half. 2-1 Maroons. Do they have one more approach in them? Strong pass off the free. Left foot. Romero trying to get control. Few defenders around him. Vulgaris very active in this possession. Take it away. Making a streak. Coming up the sideline. Prangy still has possession. Goes back left foot. Taken away by the Maroons with 30 seconds remaining. That could have been bad. Still remaining in possession of the Green Knights. Up the sideline. Curling back in. Middleton. Chip ahead.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
And that's going to roll away. And as the PA announcer counts down at the end of 1, 2-1, your home Maroons have the lead. In the second half, will the Green Knights find the equalizer, or the Maroons hold on or extend their lead? We will find out right here on the University of Chicago Athletics website and Facebook Live, powered by the BNAir.com network and the Illinois Media School. And we're back on the Maroon Broadcast Network here at the University of Chicago Stag Field at the corner of 55th and Cottage Grove. Yours truly, Dr. Pete Ferrari, on the call for your second half, and we have Blake Tyson on the camera operator, part of the Illinois Media School staff and the BeOnAir.com network. Thanks, everybody, for joining us here in the second half of action. A brisk Friday Eve on the south side of Chicago. Current temperature 65 sunny degrees. 2-1 your score. We're in the final 45 now of play. For those following the clock at home, there will be stoppage, a handball right there, but there will be stoppage of the given clock, so there is no extra stoppage time. It was a strong first 30 minutes for the home Maroons, scoring goals. In the 4th minute was Zhao, and in the 17th minute by Lopez, but the final 10 minutes dominated by, we have a player down, actually. So making sure he's okay with the Green Knights. He is rolling slowly while holding his head. That is never a good sign. One of his teammates comes over, Dixon. Not quite sure if I get a number on the player on the ground. Still trying to locate a number here, hoping he is okay. Believe he hit the goal keep. It was a bone-in collision. That was actually Sladkey. Some of the Maroon players clapping. Trying to get his bearings, see if he's going to play on or not. See if the Green Knights get a substitution. They don't, and he's going to continue on. So glad that Sean Sladkey, the senior defender, 5'9", out of Notre Dame High School in Green Bay, Wisconsin. As the Maroons regain possession, but just to finish the prior comment, Prangy with a goal in the 38th minute after an offensive onslaught, hard hit by the Green Knights. After hard hit by the Maroons. So Green Knights going to have possession. And starting this second half, much like the first concluded. Clock continues. Minute and a half into this second half. Clock was stopped for a bit after Sladkey was on the ground writhing in pain. Glad that he's back up. Low kick. St. Norbert looking to set something up. Fancy footwork. And that hit just the outside of the right post. He was looking to bend it. Didn't quite have enough. Strong right-footed attack. Score remains 2-1. As we mentioned, Bonin, some close calls in this contest thus far. 3 to our note. All just in between certain areas, meaning do I stand still and try to reach up? Do I try to jump? Or do I go to knees or stay still? They've all just very awkward positioning on some of the attempts. And as a former goalkeeper, I can attest that those are some of the hardest goals, even if directly at you, to retrieve. Free kick by the Maroons. Coe ahead. Chip up, and Klosky maintains possession after that jumping basket save. Bonin, the 5'11 senior. And arrow's going to go in the way of the Green Knights again, as we have a Deason giving an aggressive eye roll to the official. Nonetheless, St. Norbert is going to have a strong attempt here. A chip headed away by the Maroons. Controlled Green Knights. Near side. And that's going to trickle away. Throw in. Panetta did not have the strongest first half. Able to maintain possession. Now we will have a throw in. Looking for something. It was Masello. Along the mid shoulder. Free ball. Headed. Norbert. Headed back. Panetta. Looking with the left. Pushes through 3 defenders. Rolls in. Far. Shot save. Bonin with a beautiful slide save. Pushed away. Numbers for the Maroons. Will they challenge from behind? Ahead. Pushed away. Still alive. Coe. He's got the speed. He pushes through. Will he take it to top of the right? Pushes back. Taken away by St. Norbert. Coe regains possession. Trip down. No whistle. Shoulder away by Green Knights. No whistle again. Green Knights on the attack. Looking left side. Chips ahead. Nobody there. Out of bounds. And are we going to have a throw-in for St. Norbert? And we do. Officials letting them play out some very physically aggressive play. And nonetheless, 5 minutes in, still 2-1 in this second half. Here in the 51st minute of play. Chip ahead, and that's going to go all the way to Bonin. Maintains clean. Bonin trying to clear out the defenders. Not quite sure to throw or kick. Look like he's in a kick. Backspin. Rolls ahead. Maroons. One time, Adeason goes ahead. Lopez fighting, struggling. Challenge Adeason. Right foot. Rolls around. Passes one time. Coe chips. That goes too far. Klosky watched it roll out of bounds. Will have the goal kick. That was much as similar to their attack in the opening goal of the season last Friday. Not able to control enough to stay within bounds. Coe looks ahead to Lopez. Does Lopez go one back time to Coe? He does. Onside. Streaking baseline. Goes back in. Ricochets around. Green Knights goes away, and that will be a throw-in. Close play. Fancy footwork by Coe. We will have a throw-in by Lick. Lick. Strong throw. Header. Bounces. Right foot. Save. Klosky. The 6-1 outstretched lean arms of Klosky with the save. 2-1 still your score. Kicks away, header back Maroons. Far side, Romero. It's been Lopez and Coe getting their names said early and often in the second half. Pursuing the near side attempt. Lick back mid. Push down, that's going the way of the Maroons. Let's see if they talk to him a bit, and they are. They're going to have a few words with Watska, as not only did he cause the whistle, but then threw the ball away. Coe, and that's going to go throw in for Maroons. Coe. Right chip. Lopez. Lopez pushing away. Still in bounds. That one's going to ricochet off the outside of the right foot of Lopez. Last game, Pierce recorded his first career score in their September 4th 4-0 win over Knox. Haven't said his name much today. Let's see if he gets into the action at all. Lopez was the UAA Offensive Player of the Week, having the 3 goals and an assist. He is really pushing strong here in this second half. And as you just saw there, throwing his hand up in disgust. As they are lead still, 2-1 Lopez. Having the goal in the 17th minute. And we are going to have a yellow card on the aforementioned Lopez. We are speaking his praises, and now gets a yellow just under 9 minutes into the second half. Official talking to the coaching staff. Coach Baps shrugging his shoulders to the official. So just at the cusp of the 53rd to 4th minute in the game, yellow card for Lopez. St. Norbert has a runner. Coe intercepts. Whistle. University of Chicago passes far ahead to Lopez. Heads back to Adeason. Adeason challenged hard. Taken away by St. Norbert. Spira. Strong defense by St. Norbert's moments ago. Need away by Adeason. Coe coming back. Clean fall by Panetta. Taken away. UFC. Lopez. Tries one time onside. Romero left foot sails through the uprights. No good. 2-1 still your score. Beautiful pass by Lopez. Romero in stride. Got under it a bit too much. Did he have a step or two left before he could have pulled the trigger? We'll never know. Wind still gusting far to near side. For those watching at home on the Maroon Broadcast Network and Facebook Live. The Green Knights back to goalkeep Kolsky. Headed away. Watska challenging Coe. Push from behind, no call. Scotty Lick playing much more forward than he did in the first half. Johnson to Berevic. Berevic back. Capitasto. Coe looks mid. Ooh! Ricocheted between two Green Knights. Lopez couldn't swing around in time. That could have separated the teams. Header back by UFC. Chicago looking to maintain possession, looking to go up one more. Norbert now over 10 minutes in, trying to find the equalizer of the second half. Coe, left foot Lopez, heels away, Lick, right foot, in the middle, goal! Deo! Deo! Adeason with a goal! What beautiful passing, textbook. by your University of Chicago Maroons. In the 57th minute, goal, Adeason extends the Maroon lead 3-1 here at Stagg Field at the University of Chicago. Green Knights are looking to make a quick bounce back goal. Adeason looks left, passes. Vulgaris going all the way back to Barovic, to Johnson. Scotty Lick, we had just said he was being more forceful on the near sideline in the second half, and within 12 minutes proves his value at that position. Taken away, Lopez heads it away, Klosky has to slide. Klosky getting challenged in these past few minutes. It was all Green Knights the final 10 minutes of the first half and opening 5 to 6 of the second. University of Chicago, slight change of their positioning, having Scotty Lick play much more forward than usual, much like game 1, and we will have a throw-in for the Maroons. 3-1 your score. Bounces near side of the aforementioned Lick. Can he extend the lead even further to Coe? Chip ahead to Lick. Lick has a very high accelerator. Overall speed as well. Trying to fight for it. Able to maintain possession through that. Clogging was Capitasto. More Maroon fans arriving here as we're approaching 7 o'clock in the Central Time. Left foot, trying to go to mid. Coe not able to make a play on that. Light defense. Maintain Maroons to Coe. Does he look back to Lick to set up an offensive attack? To Lopez. One more time. Romero left foot. That one sails too high. Most of his attempts tonight have been a height issue. 3-1 your score. 30 minutes approaching on the dot, remaining in the contest. And we will have what looks to be a corner. So that wasn't all Romero sailing high. Corners, a strength of the Maroons in this third contest of the 2017 season. They do take, once again, the separate approach, about 10 yards out. Curls in, Romero, bounces. And that is going to bounce. Can Lopez find in bounds? And that's going to be another corner near side. So good challenge by Lopez to force St. Norbert's to make an effort on the ball. That effort causes the ball to go out of bounds, and we are now going to have another corner. Lopez made a run for the short in. Either way, Coe, 29 remaining in the game. Most players setting up far post. Streaks in. Header far. Left foot. Ricochets. Maintained. Near side. Coe. Chips. Heads. Throw in. After 2 bounces will be a throw in. Coe keeps possession. Sails far. Nobody was there. And too much will have a goal kick. Substitution checking into the game for the visiting Green Knights of St. Norbert is going to be Alex Schumacher, the senior, out of Preble High School in Green Bay, Wisconsin, 5'10". Middle defender. He did start the game, but was engulfed by the Maroon attack along the mid. There was another substitution. We'll get to that in a moment. Also in was Ryan Hansen, the 5'11 sophomore forward out of Pulaski High School in Nato, Wisconsin. Thanks to the ever-present Nate Lundquist for having the call from a distance. 3-1 your score here on the Maroon Broadcast Network Facebook Live, powered by the Illinois Media School. Looking ahead, Maroons, quick tip away, taking a stab at it to no effect. Cross to Coe. Coe, good control. Sprinkles away. Lick gets pushed out of bounds. We'll have a throw in for the Maroons. Maroons look back. Find Capitasto. Pass ahead. In the way were the Green Knights, going all the way back to Klosky. Lopez trying to make an effort. Bit of a diversion. Strong pass there by St. Norbert. Chips ahead. Onside. Making a run. Watska taken away by the Maroons. It will go out of bounds. Throw in by Pineda. Pineda with the left, and that's going to roll over his left foot and be a throw-in. We will have a substitution soon. Is looking to check in is going to be Hunter Sullivan, the senior out of New London, Wisconsin. Much sunnier this time of year than Old London. .25 remains. That's going to be a throw-in. And here comes that substitution. As St. Norbert, it will have the throw-in. Looking ahead on the schedule for your Maroons, they're going to be away tomorrow at Carthage College. They're away for a few weeks. Carthage, Loris, Aurora, Wheaton, then back home on the 23rd of this month for Elmhurst College. We will be back on the call tomorrow. 3 volleyball games in a row. First serve, 12 noon Central Standard Time. As your University of Chicago Maroons have some outstanding volleyball action coming your way here on the Maroon Broadcast Network and Facebook Live. It'll be myself on the initial call. Rest of the calls joined by Eric Willowhite, who has done some other soccer action for you that have tuned in with us prior games. That's going to go to Bonin. Casually controls with the right foot, decides to pick up. No clock stoppage for the shoe tying, for one lick. Head ahead. Coe. Adeason. Strong left foot clearing. 2 Green Knights making a run. Hunter, who recently checked in, passes back. Not a lot of movement up front by St. Norbert. Will we see more substitutions soon? That seemed to be the key to their goal in the first half. 4 substitutions at once. We'll have a free kick for Chicago. Left foot ahead. In the 67th minute of play, or 66th, excuse me. Maroons, a lot of space. Header, free. Can Coe get to it? Coe can. Go ahead to Lick. Set up the last goal. Goes high. Mid. Klosky with the jump. That 6-1 frame. Useful. Sun setting over the field. Shadows have far passed the pitch here at Stagg Field. Three one-year score. Looking ahead. Klosky goes to mid, not as strong as his prior kicks. And the Maroons able to take it away. Coe, streaking. Coe, right foot, goal! Go, 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 Coe!
Goal by number 10, Matthew Coe.
And Matthew Cole with 21:37 remaining in the contest. In the 68th minute of play. Good job by Coe extending the lead. I believe that should be 4-1 for those scoring at home. The fourth goal of the day, Zhao in the 4th minute, Lopez in the 17th, Adeason 57th, and Coe in the 68th. Green Knights find themselves in a deep hole, 4-1. Free kick by the Green Knights. Looking for the right, Panetta. Good angle, headed down, Maroons. And that whistle is going to go the way of University of Chicago. 20 minutes remain in the game, 4-1. It was an early 2-1 contest, 17 minutes into the game. But in the final minutes of the first half, the Green Knights brought it within one with their own goal, but then two strong goals in the second half have the Maroons to a strong lead, and what looks like was going to bring them to a 3-0 count on the season. Moving around, Adeason was trying to do some fancy footwork to get to where he needed to go. Looking around. Is it a bit too strong for Romero? Is he able to get to it? He is. Misplay. Adeason. Shot. Goal! University of Chicago Maroons to line him up again. Who else? Lopez. 5-1.
Goal by number 9, Max Lopez. Lopez, assisted by Dio Adeosun.
In the
And number 16,
70th minute, or the 71st minute, Coe got it in 68. Lopez got it in the 71st. The route is on. The Maroons dethroning the Knights. Five to 1 your score. Adeosun looking to extend. Why not? Middle. Lopez shot at a goal. Less than 60 seconds later, Lopez. 3 goals. Somebody throw your hat for the hat trick. Or visor. Whatever's on your head. 6 to 1. The floodgates have opened. The Knights are being sent away. 6 to 1. Adeosun decided, I'll just take this one myself through 4 defenders. Next thing you know, Lopez wide open in the middle. Set, shot, goal. Six to 1 your score. Throw in Maroons. Less than 18 remaining. Kick now by the Green Knights. And that's going to roll the bone in. He decides not to pick it up. Near side rolling around. How many more attempts will the Maroons have? They checked into the game. Number 23, Pierce, the 5'5 junior out of Coral Reef High School in Miami, Florida. Again, for those maybe watching from that area, we hope you all stay safe with Hurricane Irma approaching. $16.40 remains. Clock continues to run. Some substitutions for the Green Knights. It was 2 to 1 and just 4 very quick goals. Especially the final 3. Coe in the 68th, then Lopez 71 and 72. Well, strong away from Bonin. Looks like the home Maroons are going to possibly sub in a goalie in a moment. And they do. So Bonin going to get a breather. And Aaron Katzimpaulis is going to check into the game at the 0-0. Just under 15 remaining here on the Maroon Broadcast Network. And already, Cats and Paula's getting tested. Just has to leave the general vicinity of the goal box to retrieve near side. Could have let it go, but decided why not. I'm in the game. 6-1 your score. Second half domination. The first 5 minutes, the Green Knights were putting on a lot of pressure, and then the Maroons just came on storming. Will be a throw-in free kick by the Maroons. Apologies. Again, thanks to Blake Tyson sitting through the brisk weather, on-camera operation. All the staff and crew here at Stagg Field of the University of Chicago do an outstanding job as always. Maroons intercept. Runner near side. You got some subs in the game, so you know they want their name said. Pass to mid, taken away by the Knights. Again, checking into the game recently, Zach Pierce. Left foot, bouncing around, and that is going to be a goal kick, or a corner, excuse me. So University of Chicago with 12.5 remaining, 6-1 lead. A lot of substitutions in the game. A lot of their teammates on the sideline wearing coats as the temperature continues to drop. Here we go with the corner. Curls in, header, goal! You can't stop him. Zachary Pierce, the 5'5 junior defender from Miami, gets another goal to make. It was 21, Bryce Millington.
Goal by number 21, Bryce Millington. Assisted by number 5, Gary Long.
So Bryce Millington with the goal. In the 77th minute. Clock continues, but my, oh my, 7-1. This is where you hope this momentum continues to future games. Otherwise, you'll say, can we save some of those for tomorrow? Free kick, small two-person wall by the Maroons. One offender for the Green Knights behind the two. Interesting positioning. Curls in, missed, and that one's going to trickle out of bounds. 11:15 remains, 7-1. Pushing ahead is one Maroon as Kolsky gets it off the side of the foot. Misplay header by Chicago. Tommy Tenuta trying to make a run, but whistle's going to go the way of the Knights. 10-10 remains. All right, now you just want to avoid any injury. Maybe if you're a Green Knight, try to get one more to leave with a little bit of confidence. Header back mid. Swift kick to clear. Good control, Maroons. Control still Maroons. Smart play. Pierce passes back. Still deciding what to do is Holquist. Queeg also, and that's going to be way offsides. But at least they ran it out. 7-1 still your score. Unbelievable. Second half clinic on the offensive end by your home Maroons. Official talking to one of the Knights. That being 21, Jared Meffert, the defender freshman out of West Bend End, Jackson, Wisconsin. And that one goes near side. Should be a throw-in for the Knights. Looking to hold on to possession. Still in play. Tapped away Maroons. 8.5 remains. Clock continues to be unforgiving. We have a whistle. And throw-in for the Maroons. So push from behind. That'll be a whistle. Things starting to get a little bit chippy. Let's make sure we end cleanly here. As we said, you don't want to have any injuries. Johnson. Now in the middle by Brandt. Still some starters in the game for the Maroons, primarily on the defensive end. Taken away, Knights. Looking for footing. Passes, shot, and just goes wide. Katzimpaulis got his work in, having to stretch out for that one. Body control. Shot attempt, Katzimpaulis. Aggressively went to the ground. Under 7 remains. Maroons looking to make a run. Whistle. Is it going to be a card? It is not. Again, if you're the Knights, we understand it's not the outcome of which you would like in any fashion. Regardless, you would want to be treated fairly in terms of the physicality if the opposite was against you. Good challenge, taken away. Maroons looking right, pushed down, whistle again. This time the whistle will be on Masello out of Downers Grove South High School in Darien, Illinois. In the 85th minute, we'll have another attempt by your Maroons. We thank you for joining us here once again on Facebook Live, part of the Maroon Broadcast Network. Brandt to approach with the left. It's up, straight into the hands of Klosky. You could see the bend as he almost took a 90-degree angle on the attempt. Why not? Nothing to lose at this point. And that will be a throw-in far sideline Maroons, 7-1. Strong ahead by Johnson, and that's going to be a whistle. And with 4.5, the Green Knights. Right to left, left to right. Strong ahead by Holquist. Headed back to goal. Actually, there has been a goal change, I believe. My apologies. Poluski has checked in, the freshman out of Riverside Brookfield. So my apologies for the last few goal attempts have been saved by him. 2 players getting their feet entangled, under 4 in the game. Seven to 1, 3.5 remains. 2 new goals in the game. We have another whistle, and a yellow is going to be pulled on St. Norbert. But a yellow card, never a good sign when you're this late in a contest with this point spread. 3 subs look to be coming into the game for the visiting Green Knights. When they get the call, we'll say it now, will be Ben Olson out of Stillwater High School, Stillwater, Michigan. Or Stillwater, Minnesota, my apologies. Also to check in, Luis Jorgensen, the freshman out of Wapaka. And finally, Joe Menecki, the freshman out of Utzberg, Wisconsin. Head down by the Green. Pace slowed just a bit. Kick up and too far. Here comes the 3 subs. Clock continues. Just approaching 180 minutes left in the game. And a goal kick. High bounce, out of bounds. Throw in Maroons. No final substitutions for the Maroons in this game, so the squad that's out there likely to be the ones that finish. Taking away Maroons. Why not have one final approach? Few players ricocheting into each other. Another whistle. That'll go the way of University of Chicago. 90 seconds and keeps going. Again, make sure you tune in tomorrow to the University of Chicago Athletics page, Facebook Live, and University of Chicago Athletics website as a triple header of volleyball action will be coming your way starting at noon Central Time. Far, pass, rolls. Green Knight's going to get to that one cleanly. Still challenged in the final minute. Tenuta, and it's going to hit the antenna and be a goal kick. Some of the fans yelling, wanting that to have been a corner, or is it going to be a corner? And it is going to be a corner. It was too close to call from my vantage point, waited for the officials. Technically a foul. Nate yelling from a distance. Keeps it low, rolls around. Still Maroons. Tapped, far side, 20 seconds, hits green knight, chip, high, far. They're asking for, you got to commend them. Paluski, the backup goalkeeper, asking for it quick.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And as time expires at Stag Field, that's going to be it. That's going to be all she wrote. 7-1 the final. Your home Maroons beat the Green Knights out of St. Norbert College. Prangy a goal in the 38th minute for St. Norbert. That would be all they have as the goal flooding came on for your home Maroons. The 4th minute by Zhao, 17th, 71st, and 72nd for Coe, 57th for Adeasun, and for why not Bryce Millington in the 72nd minute, the 6'1 freshman out of West Orange. For yours truly, Dr. Pete Ferrari and our lovely camera operator Blake Tyson and all the staff here at the University of Chicago outside of Ratner Athletic Center, we thank you all for joining us all this evening on this blistering night in Chicago on the South Side. 7-1 your final. We thank you all for joining us and have a pleasant rest of your evening.